Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be going over some makeup products that I've been recently tempted to buy. So just to clarify a little bit, some of these products are pretty new while others have been out for a little while. It's just makeup that I have had my eye on. None of these products are like brand new. I'm not super up to date with everything that comes out all the time since it seems like new releases happen every single day. I have been watching these products. Some of them are pretty old. They're several years old. Some products were released rather recently, so they're kind of all over the place. So you'll see some products that have been on the market for a long time and then some other products that are newer. So let's just go ahead and get started. So the first product that I have on my list that I have been very tempted to buy is the new NARS foundation, specifically the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation, which on Sephora's website comes in 33 different shades and is $40. I have been looking at the reviews all over YouTube and on Instagram of this foundation, and while I myself personally like a natural finish, I do think that this foundation would work for me. My only kind of worry with it is that people have said that it can be kind of hard to work with, and I did watch a couple of videos where they applied it to their skin and they talked about how they have to move very quickly in blending out the foundation because if not it'll stick to some places. And while that wouldn't really be a huge problem for me, but to spend $40 on a foundation that I know right off the bat I have to work very quickly with and that can sometimes be finicky, makes me not really want to buy the product. If you guys yourselves have used this foundation, definitely let me know down below in the comments if you do enjoy it or not, and if you do find that you have these problems, because I'd love to know. Another foundation that I've had my eye on for a while is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This foundation retails for $14.99 on Ulta's website right now, and I've been looking at this for probably almost over a year now at this point. I really like the reviews that I've seen over that time have mostly been really good. My only drawback on not buying this is the fact that L'Oreal foundations in the past haven't really worked well for me. The last L'Oreal foundation that I used was the L'Oreal Infallible, the matte one that comes in like the squeezy tube, and that one was definitely not my favorite. It kind of sat on top of my skin and it really didn't meld in, and it looked super cakey on me. So that's my only drawback. And the only other thing is that I know that it is scented, and I don't like scented face products, especially foundation. It is something that I'm willing to overlook due to the fact that so many people do love this foundation, and I think that I'm probably going to try it out once I run out of my current foundation. Next up on my list is a product that's been getting a lot of hype online, and that is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, specifically the original one, which on Ulta's website retails for $8. I really want to try this product out because normally primers don't really do anything for my skin, but I do have pretty large pores, especially in my nose and cheek area, so I'd really like to give this a go because of all the rave reviews it's been getting and the fact that so many people like it. And I specifically would want to get the one in the original version, not the matte or the luminous, because even though my skin is pretty oily, I don't really want to be adding something to my skin that's going to be drying it out in any way to control the oil, because I think that makes my personal skin act even worse and become more oily. Another e.l.f. product that I'd really like to try, and every time I go to Target or Ulta I'm very tempted to buy it, but I always have a little bit of hesitancy, is the e.l.f. Bite Size Eyeshadow in the shade Hot Jalapeno. That one is one that I just think is really unique because in my own little collection I don't have any green eyeshadows. The only green eyeshadow that I do have is a super deep hunter green one from my original Morphe & Jaclyn Hill palette, but I never use it because it's basically black. So to have green eyeshadow in my collection I think would be a really unique thing. Since all the reviews are so good showing that the pigment's really great, I think that I'd definitely give it a go. But, you know, green eyeshadow is something that not everyone likes, but I hope that with my brown eyes and my fair complexion that maybe it will look good. So the next time that I go to the drugstore I'm definitely thinking about purchasing it. And the last e.l.f. product on this list is the Ride or Die Lip Balm in the shade Tough Cookie, which retails for $5. I really want to try this lip balm out because I really enjoy thicker balms, even for during the daytime as well as the nighttime. Every night I use my Vaseline with the shea butter and I love it. It really moisturizes my lips and it's a holy grail product for me. and I'd love to find something with a little bit of tint to it that I could wear during the day that not only looks good but nourishes my skin. And this product's actually been getting like somewhat mixed reviews. I've seen some people that really love it, and then I've also seen some people that are on the fence about it, but I'd really like to give it a go for myself and see if I like it. This next product is one that I don't think is super necessary, but it is one that I've seen over the years here on YouTube, and I think that I would really like it for my specific lashes, and that is the Essence Volume Boost Lash Primer, which on Ulta's website currently retails for $4.99. It's the one that comes in the white tube. I'll put a picture right over here. And I've heard a lot of great reviews about it, specifically because it is a primer for mascara, so you put it on before your mascara, and it's supposed to help with volumizing your lashes, which is something that I personally struggle with because my lashes are basically just mini sticks attached to my eyes that stick straight out. While they're really long, and I'm happy about that, they hate holding a curl, and eyelash curlers just don't do it for me, not at all. They'll hold a curl for about 30 minutes or so, depending on the mascara, and then after that it just goes downhill, and by the end of the day they're just like that. So I hope that this product could actually do something for me, and the fact that it's so inexpensive, I'm definitely willing to give it a shot. And to go off of the previous one, a mascara that is relatively pretty new on the market is the new L'Oreal Air Volume Mega Mascara, which currently retails on Ulta's website for $13.99, which I feel like is pretty expensive. I mean, I haven't bought mascara other than my current Essence Lash Princess one, which is only like $5, but I feel like mascara is one of those items in the drugstore that's been going up in price recently. I feel like the last time I bought like a L'Oreal mascara was the Lash Paradise one, and I could be mistaken, but I really don't think it was that expensive. So the price does seem a little steep to me, and the reviews so far, I mean, there aren't a lot of them right now, not yet at least. They're not great. I see that some people just find it to be meh, like they don't hate it, but they don't love it. But I think that the actual wand for the mascara itself seems to look pretty good, but I don't know so far. I'm definitely going to watch some reviews, but I am tempted to buy it, but again, I'm just not sure. If any of you have tried it, please let me know down below in the comments below, letting me know if you liked it or not. And the last two products on my list are both higher end products that you can get at Sephora, and they're not new products by any means. And the first one is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer, and I would personally get the second lightest shade. I don't know what it's called because I forgot to write it down. But the full size is $52, which I think is crazy. Like, that much money for a bronzer, at least for me right now, is insane. But it's one that I have heard about for years here on YouTube, and I know that Emily Noel really loves Hourglass, and she really loves their blushes and bronzers and even just their regular powders. And I never really hear anybody complain about the Hourglass powders, and while I myself haven't ever tried them, I definitely think it's something I'd look into checking out in the future. But right now, I mean, every time I see it, I'm definitely tempted because I think that it's a beautiful bronzer. It's nothing too harsh, but at the same time the color looks nice and cool toned, which is what I personally like. But I can't bring myself to spend $52 on a bronzer. It's too much. And the last product on this list is one that has been around for quite a while. I don't know exactly when it came out, but it's been several years, and that is the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette, which currently on Sephora's website retails for $58, which, yes, it's pricey, but in the grand scheme of things, it could be worse, I guess. It's one that I've been eyeing for a little while. I mean, when it first came out, I definitely wasn't into makeup at that point, but I know that it was a huge seller for Melt Cosmetics. But personally, I just can't bring myself to spend that money right now. And also, I don't love every single shade, and if I'm going to be spending $58 on an eyeshadow palette, I want to be using most of the shades all the time. The greens specifically are the ones that I'm interested in, and as you guys heard before, I definitely want to try green eyeshadow, but I'm definitely not willing to spend $58 to try it. And also, I am not a makeup artist, nor am I an expert in any way. I am not very experienced and good at blending out eyeshadow, especially when it's a super pigmented shadow. And I know that Melt Cosmetics is kind of known for all of their shadows being super pigmented, and so that kind of scares me a little bit as well. But every time I do see it on Sephora, especially since it comes up in my recommended now because I've looked at it so many times, I'm always tempted, but I'm not going to pull the trigger yet. So those are all the products on my current kind of wish list in a way, I guess you could say. It's products that I've been tempted to buy in the past, some of them I'm planning on buying in the future, and some I'm not. If you guys have tried any of these products down below, especially the more higher end ones, please let me know down in the comments below your thoughts and opinions. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.